Hey guys, welcome back to our part 2 of the hard drive burn-in testing for FreeNAS system. So one of the reasons why I decided to break it in two parts. Part 1, you run the command S.M.A.R.T command for the short test and the long test, or the extended cell test. The test is non-destructive and you can actually run it on the production drive. What I mean by reduction drive already in the pool and actually have data in it. The test in this part 2, do not run it on your reduction drive. If you do, please back up your data. This will destroy your data. There is a non-destructive Badblocks test, but there's no guarantee that your data is safe. So if you have to run it on the reduction drive, which is you shouldn't. Badblocks test is meant for the stress test. You only stress test your system, new system. You don't stress test your current reduction system. That's what the S.M.A.R.T short test, short cell test, and the extended cell test is for. And with that, obviously the first utility we're gonna use the Badblocks, and the second one we're gonna need the qwertymodo utility. I will include this link on the descriptions for those that never used qwertymodo before. I also gonna go over the basic terminology and the basic shortcut keyboard command that you need to know in order to use qwertymodo. And unfortunately, it's the FreeNAS Forum actually down right now, so I have to use the Google cache of the website. So a little bit different look. This is only the text only version of it, but like I say from the beginning of this tutorial, this test will destroy any data on the disk, so only run this on a new disk without data, or back it up the data first. So why do we use qwerty? So here he actually the user qwertymodo actually explain it, because unlike S.M.A.R.T test, you can run multiple in the straight out of the FreeNAS shell or from your terminal or command prompt when you edit H into your FreeNAS. Badblocks, it run in the forum, so when you start it, you won't be able to use any console until the test complete. And it's also mean that if you start over secure cell or edit H and you lose your connection, the test will be cancelled. So for that reason, we use the qwerty. So before I start with the demonstrations, we're gonna go over this guideline through FreeNAS Forum. I will include this link on the bottom. Just know that as of this moment, the FreeNAS Forum actually down, so you can actually use the Google cache version of it and just use the text only versions. Once again, I can't stress it enough, this test will destroy any data on the disk, so only run this on new disk without data, or back it up any data first. It's not meant for you to use this on the daily basis. This is only meant for stress testing, testing your new hard drive, new system, just like MEM86 to test memory, and Pram 95, I believe, to test your CPU for your new build system. So Badblocks offer two different modes. One is the destructive and the other one is non-destructive read-only mode, but like he said, this is only in theory, so you still should back up your data. There another tutorial. Once of the guy on the in the forum actually wrote a script that you can load to your FreeNAS box, and it actually that's a read-only test and it's non-destructive. I recommend to do that one if you want to run it on the production drive. And so the first two is only WS is for destructive and -NS is for non-destructive, but there are also some limitation with the larger hard drive. If the hard drive is bigger than 2 terabyte, you should use D2 CLI instead of the top two. So how long it's gonna take for the test to run? That totally depends on how big your hard drive is. If your hard drive less than 2 terabyte, let's say I'm running on my 500 gigabyte, that's gonna take I'm not sure, probably like 12 up to 24 hours. Cause I did ran the Badblocks test on my 3 terabyte hard drive, and that literally took I believe it 70 or 78 hours for the test to finish. So Badblocks actually running 4 different patterns. You're gonna write it, and you're gonna read it, and you're gonna verify it. And because Badblocks it's just looking to find the best sector, it's not actually reporting anything. So it actually does give you the read out if they have an issue with the read or verify. But after you're running a Badblocks, you have to run a S.M.A.R.T long test, long extended cell test again. They're gonna show you the complete picture of what's going on with your hard drive. And without further ado, let me show you the demonstration how to use S.M.A.R.T, and then we're gonna go into how to run the Badblocks command for your hard drive. So I'm gonna open up command prompt. So first thing is I'm gonna edit H into the FreeNAS. So in order to log in edit H, it basically the same across Linux, Windows, and Mac OS or Unix. The command is edit H, and then the username add the host IP address. I might have the wrong IP address for my FreeNAS. Let's go back and see. I should know this. 202, not 201. Alright, so now we're in. To start so this first demonstration, I'm going to show you the basic use and terminology of S.M.A.R.T. So in order to start the S.M.A.R.T section, you just put in the S.M.A.R.T and it open up S.M.A.R.T section. Notice the green light down here. That means we actually started the S.M.A.R.T sections. And let's see. Alright, so in order to slip the S.M.A.R.T window vertically, the command gonna be let me open up the on-screen keyboard so it's easier to show you. Alright, so in order to send any shortcut to the S.M.A.R.T window, you're gonna start it out with the Control B. That let the command prompt know that anything go after that's gonna send it to S.M.A.R.T. So to do it again. It probably timed out by now. Control B, and then if you wanna slip it vertically, you use the percentage sign. Oh no, it got timed out again. Control B and then shift percentage sign. It's gonna slip it vertically. And why do we have to slip it into a multiple panel? The reason being that if you only have 2 hard drive, you probably can just open another window and do it. But if you have like multiple, if you run this on the, let's say you got like 6 or 8 hard drive, you want to run it at the same time, it's gonna be a lot of window that you have to open. So the best way is just slip it into multiple panel within one window. So that's why we can check the status easier than go by open up multiple window and have to go one by one to check the status of it. Alright, so now we open up the we actually slip it up into 2 panel 0 and panel 1. And in order to go back to panel 0, the one on the left side, same thing, you start out with the Control B and then just the left arrow, and here you go, you see that it jump back to the left side. Same thing, you want to go back to the right side, Control B and then right arrow, and it jump right back to the right arrow. And same thing, you have a panel on the bottom, Control B and then the bottom arrow or the up arrow to go up or down. So that's basically it. And let me do one more thing. If you want to slip another window horizontal, what you do with Control B and Shift quotation mark. Quotation mark, you're gonna slip it horizontally, and the percent sign, it's gonna slip it vertically. Normally I slip the one window into a 4 panel. That's why it's easier to read all the current stack that it's running, what test is running on, and what the results are the tests. It really depends on how big your monitor is also. If you have a like 32-inch monitor or whatnot, the bigger the monitor, the easier you can see the thing, and you can slip it up to a little bit more panel. But if you have a limited space, you do it on your laptop or so. I think the best one at 4 panel per window. And then here you go, we do another quotation mark. They're gonna slip it into 4 panel like that. And like always, if you want to move around, Control B and then just up, down, and left, right arrow. And so let's say you run the 4 command. We're gonna run the Badblock command later. This one is just for demonstration of how you team up solely. So right now we got 4 panel for 4 different hard drive. If you have more than 4, let's open up a new panel. So in order to open up a new panel, you hit Control B and then C. Too slow. Control B and C. There you go. It's open up the new window. And once you have the new panel, use the same command, Control B and quotation mark for horizontally slip, and the percentage size for the vertical slip. And how you go back to the last window? It's easy. You're using a command B and then P and Papa for reverse window, and then going back to the reverse window. And same thing, if you want to go back to the last window, Control B and P, just go back to the last window. And if you want to close it down, how you gonna close it out? How you gonna kill the panel? You hit Control B and X. And you're gonna ask you yes or no you want to kill panel 0. If you hit Y, it close out the panel. Same thing down here. You hit Control B and X. You're gonna ask you you want to kill panel 1. If you hit Y for yes, it close out of panel 1. Same thing, Control B and X. It close out another panel. Same thing. Alright, that enough for the T-M.A.R.T, basic operation of a T-M.A.R.T utility. If you want to learn more, I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube show you a little bit more like step by step how to use it. But that's it. I'll just show you the basic how to use it. And now we're gonna run the Badblocks command. Let's go back to the FreeNAS. So before you run the Badblocks command, you need to know your disk name. So I'm gonna run it on my DA6 and DA7. All the other drives in reductions. One more thing. If you decide to run it on the production drive, on the drive that already have data in it, FreeNAS by default not letting you doing that. They have a debug flag set to enable. Why? They don't want you to accidentally erase all the data on your data pool. So they actually set a debug flag. Even though you ran the command, it's not gonna go through. It's just gonna stop you right there because you have data on the drive. Why do you need to use this? So initially, when I started out with my FreeNAS, I actually haven't decided that I'm gonna use it as a NAS operating system for my network area storage drive for my dev servers. So I'm still kind of middle, still testing, see how it is. So I haven't actually run the stress test on all the hard drive, but because by doing so, I actually create a data pool on my hard drive, and when I tried to run the Badblocks command, it didn't went through because it detected that I have data on the hard drive, and it vividly used in a data pool. So I actually have to run this command, but keep in mind that this command only good for one-time use. After the system reboot, it's gonna be enabled again, which means that after the system reboot, you're not gonna be able to run the Badblocks on the production drive again. And just a precaution again, once you run this command, you will be able to run Badblocks on your production drive. So be careful the disk name. If you have the wrong one, it can destroy data on your production drive. So something to keep in mind. And with that, I'm gonna run the Badblocks command for my 500 GB drive. So I'm gonna use the first command instead of the second one. If you're running on any hard drive that bigger than 2 TB, you should go with the second one. Alright, let's jump back to the terminal. Let me. Alright, it didn't work. I'm just gonna tap it out. Badblocks, that WS, that def, and that DA. Let me check one more time. I'm gonna run it on my DA6 and DA7. Alright, so it's running. So these are the value that you need to look for: 0, 0, 0 errors. So the first 0 is I believe the write test, and the second one is the read, and the last one is verify. Don't quote me on that. Check with the Badblocks website. It actually tells you what the value mean. Now that it started running on the DA6, I'm gonna open. I'm gonna slip it vertically. A second panel, panel 1, so we can run the second test for the DA7. So same thing, one more time, you're gonna press Control B, and right after that you hit Shift and the percentage sign. It's gonna slip the window vertically. So second one. I can repeat the last command. Okay. That's WS EV and DA7. Alright, so now the test is running on my both of my hard drive, and if you have multiple hard drive, again Control B, and then you flip it horizontally or vertically. It's up to you how you want to do that. Control B and then Shift quotation mark. Oops. Let's do it again. Control B, Shift quotation mark, and it's flipped to another panel. And for whatever reason you want to cancel the test, all you just have to do is hit Control and C. That's gonna terminate the Badblock test. Alright, and that's it. That's how you do it. If you got more hard drive to test, create more panel either vertically or horizontally, and start running the command for the rest of your hard drive. Well, one thing to keep in mind, you should maximize your window. Okay, if you keep it at minimize and you try to split the panel and your window into like multiple panel, it might not have enough room, and that's when you're gonna have an error. It say that you need to resize. I forgot what it is, but basically it just tell you that then not enough room to create more panel. Alright, let's say that the test is running and you get terminated from your edit sections, or you close out and shut down your computer and then log back in and check it the next day. How you do that? So easy. Let's say that we lost the connection or whatever. I close out a terminal to simulate that. Not terminal, command prompt in Windows. It's the same thing in terminal. You open up command prompt, let's maximize it, and same thing, you're gonna log in your FreeNAS using edit edge. So in order to open up the T-Merge section that we started, all you have to do is T-Merge and attach, and it opened up the same window. So that's how you're going back to your last T-Merge sections. And I'll be back when the Badblock test finished, and we continue the video from there. Hey guys, so I'm back. The Badblock test should be done by now. So let's open up terminal and go back to the T-Merge section that we opened to see the results. So open up CMD again, and we can connect to FreeNAS using edit edge. Oops. And to access the last T-Merge section, we're going to use T-Merge attach command, and that is open up the last T-Merge sections. This is for DA6 and DA7, I believe. Yep, DA6 and DA7. So as you see, like I mentioned from beginning of the tutorial, it runs 4 different patterns. The one is 0x alpha alpha, second one is 0x 55, and the next one is 0x Foxtrot, and the last one is 0x00. So these are the ones you're looking for, the arrows. The arrow is showing at 000, but when everything is good, it didn't find it didn't have any issue to write, read, and verify. But with that, we're gonna run the S.M.A.R.T long test again, or the extended cell test again, so we can see some results, make sure that everything good to go. Alright, we can close out the debug section now. We don't really need debug anymore for this. Alright, let's run the S.M.A.R.T. on DA6. Oops, I think I got the wrong one. Huh, interesting. Oh, okay, I see. I have extra space around front of the T. There you go, it's running, and it's gonna take like 82 minutes to complete. And then repeat the same command on DA7. 58 minutes. Alright, and I'll be back when it finished running the long test. Alright guys, the long extended cell test should be finished by now. Let's see the results. So these are the values that you need to look for. The first one is the reallocated sector cal, ID number 5 right here. Make sure that the raw value is 0. The second one is current pending sector, like number the ID number 197. Raw value should be 0, and the up like uncorrectable line should be 0 also, like ID 198. So we can assume that the DA6 is good. Let's check DA7. Alright, reallocated sector cal 0. Current pending sector 0. Apply uncorrectable 0. So everything good to go. And that's how you test this, or that's how you conduct a hard drive burn-in test. And I think that wrap up our tutorial. If you got any question, please just in the comment below, and don't forget to subscribe and like if you think the video is helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.